Fashion designer is with Malika, the first Maui designer to be invited to New York City Fashion Week. And I've got to say, Malika, you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much. So what was that like? How did you find out? How did this happen?
So I did a fashion show at the Ritz-Carlton actually the day that I saw you.
Let's do this.
Yeah. And so it's just going to be a fun night with musicians, and we're going to do a lot of donations. I have a lot of giveaways, lots of orchid. The orchid is actually my mom's orchid flower in her backyard in California. So this is one of the beautiful dress, and it's, I consider, you can dance hula in it. Yeah, this is a new style dress. It's a little bit more of my dressier style, evening wear, parties and stuff, weddings. And then I also launched the Eva Bird. So the Eva Bird symbolizes resilience. So with everything that's been happening, we're all resilient to things, and, we just have to be resilient. And the orchid
red also feels resilient.
Yeah, red is power.
Yeah,
I know, this is new. So all these stuff will be available at my fundraiser event on July 29th. And and then I have
cake.
I have cakey dresses.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
And this is so cute.
Up a little bit so we can show.
So this is right now this is the only cakey dress that I have available. But pretty soon we are still working on infant clothes and more of a different cakey dress. So this is the orchid design, and this is matching mommy. It's, we do a lot of mommy and mommy and daughter or daddy. I do have men's polo shirt, but I didn't bring any. I'm so sorry. So I have cakeys. Unfortunately, there is no keiki in the fashion show. But I do carry a keiki line and men's line as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing us all of these different designs.
Bye.
You're good. Okay.
So cute.
You are clear.
And Malika's dress is so versatile. You can wear it 3 different styles. You can wear it off the shoulders, or she'll be right back. Or
I'm trying not to be undressed on live television.
Just like a tube top style. This is very, very versatile. It's very stretchy, and the bottom of the dress is more, it has a little cute flair to it, so definitely you can dance hula. It's comfortable, yeah? There you go.
I don't dance hula. I won't even pretend.
It's not up for today. It starts tomorrow, and that is because we've got some critical fire weather conditions, especially for our leeward areas across the islands. It's very dry out there. We don't expect a lot of rain, at least tomorrow. Today, more rain than tomorrow. And with strong winds and low humidity, all it takes is a little bit of a spark and those fires can spread. So please be careful out there. Reduce outdoor burning or anything like that. I think I even read an alert that said don't park your car on dry grass. So keep that in mind. It's because of high pressure. It's right up here. It is churning out our trade winds. It's right. Winds are not helping the situation. Relative humidity is not helping the situation. And we are not expecting any rainfall either. So you can see here the areas in red. That is our red flag warning. This is for 15 to 30 mile per hour winds, gusting to 50. In fact, beneath this red, you can see this tan. That's also a wind advisory for those winds. So the high winds causing the wind advisory, the red flag warning, it's the combination of the winds, the low humidity, and not expecting a lot in the way of rain. Very, very dry conditions out there. I have people tagging me on Instagram and sending me text messages with photos of the fire, and I'm not surprised because I live on Maui and my yard is completely brown. So just be aware of that. Our current winds still in the double digits even at this hour. 26 mile per hour sustained winds for Kahului. That's really strong. 16 mile per hour winds for Honolulu, 13 for Ho'olehua and Kaneohe. And even though you see these single digits here for Kailua, Kona, and Hilo, you can expect that with those big giant mountains, Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, and also Hualalai, that these winds are wrapping around and funneling through. And on our leeward sides, those downsloping winds are a major concern for us. Also, our cloud and rain forecast model not showing a lot for Sunday. Fortunately, and this is why these 2 warnings or alerts are posted just through the day on Sunday. As we get into Monday, we start to see more.
Hey there, Mika and Rick. Well, it's been hot It's sunny. You can see just how dry it is behind me here. Plus, we're expecting winds in the 15 to 30 mile per hour range, maybe even gusting to 45 miles per hour in some leeward areas. So things could get a little dicey. We also have low relative humidity expected, especially be able to see those brightest of bright shooting stars if you hang around long enough. I'll have your full forecast a little bit later. Now let's head back to you. I'm looking over at the thermometer and I think what it says is 70. It's a little far away, but we're about at 70 degrees here in this area of upcountry Maui. Blue skies. I do not see any clouds in the sky, and that's fairly typical for this type of a weather pattern where we have these light and variable winds. So in the morning, because overnight the land breeze takes over, it pushes all of those clouds out to sea, and we get to see like beautiful, star-filled skies. And in the morning, clear skies. As the day goes on, though, the land heats up, that hot air rises, a sea breeze develops, and it ushers in some clouds and showers to our leeward and interior spots. It does look like, according to our current models, that our leeward and interior areas may be a little more active in the afternoon today as compared to yesterday. So keep that in mind. This morning, we actually had a flood advisory posted for a part of Oahu on the east side. That's been dropped since, so there's good news there. Otherwise, what we're dealing with is kind of a hybrid pattern until our winds start to fill back in. So we do expect winds to begin to fill back in this weekend. By tomorrow, we should start to see some of those breezy winds in the forecast, and that means windward and Mauka showers would be expected in our overnight to early morning hours. But for today, it's still a bit of a mixed bag. So just keep that in mind, because we do have winds light and variable at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. All right, that was your weather. Now let's head back over to the desk. 85 degrees in my house, and it's been in the 90s outside all day. So the winds in this area not bringing a lot of relief. What the winds did do today is whip up dirt and dust through the central valley of Maui, where visibility was terrible today. And in hot and humid. I'll have more details in your 8-day forecast. Yes, it has been extended for yet another day as expected, because the conditions are ripe for fire spread. We've got high winds, low relative humidity. It's very dry out there, and the soil, the moisture in the soil is devoid. There is none. So unfortunately for that situation on the Big Island, fortunately here on Maui, we didn't see any fires, but gosh, if you saw the Central Valley today, you would have seen just dust everywhere. The visibility was terrible. So can you imagine if there had been a fire? So good luck to the firefighters over on the island of Hawaii. Hopefully everyone stays safe. Here is to tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll have your full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Now let's head back over to you, Marissa and Tom. Aloha and welcome back to KITV4 Island News tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm meteorologist Malika D in for Chief Meteorologist Pete Caggiano, who has the night off. Let's take a look at the big picture and a lot going on in weather. I'll have your 8-day forecast coming up for you at the end of this newscast, so make sure you stick around. We'll be back after the break. Yes, Mika and Rick. Well, I do have some good news that just came in, because our wind advisory was posted until 10 p.m. tonight. It was just updated. So if you take a look at my green, it looks like they might be going on vacation too. So I'll have more on that a little bit later in the forecast. Back to you.
Breezy trade winds are building tonight?
Yes, very breezy trade winds, and the moon is bright. I can see the stars, and it is cooling down. It's about 68 degrees here in upcountry Maui. I'll have details on the wind and the dry conditions, and if we expect rainfall, all of that coming up after the break. Aloha and welcome back to KITV4 Island News tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm meteorologist Malika D coming to you live from upcountry Maui. It is 68 degrees here. The moon is almost full, not a cloud in the sky, at least from this vantage point. And I'm in for Chief Meteorologist Pete Caggiano, who has the night off. Let's take a look at the is still posted until 6 p.m. Now let's head back over to the desk.